Most everything I've heard that other people have done, they've all been going out and pick up trucks as solos or one or two people. So I think this is kind of unique to the Kansas City Symphony.
As we were trying to think about what we would do during this time so that we could continue performing in a safe way for our community, we thought about different ways that we could do that. And we said, what if we were to go to every zip code in the Kansas City metropolitan area? And the Mobile Music Box was born.
The Mobile Music Box.
The Mobile Music Box, I would probably describe it.
It is like fun on wheels.
A mobile stage that has everything you need to put on a concert.
Something that would be completely off the grid, completely self-contained.
With all the sound equipment, chairs, stands, everything you need for a concert.
If you take a very nondescript white trailer and you wrap it with some really awesome artwork.
It's this really beautiful, like very vibrant neon colors.
And watch it unfold like a transformer into a fully fledged music stage.
The Mobile Music Box is like the best thing I ever saw all day. I never saw anything like this, and I never even heard anything like this.
The Kansas City Symphony is about the art of music, but also about serving the community with music. And what better way to bring music to the community than actually to get on a truck and go to all of the zip codes and bring music out to the field. That is the essence of what the Mobile Music Box is all about.
This is the Kaufman Center where we normally perform, but today we're actually going to be playing in the Music Box at the park. I'm most looking forward to finally being able to play in front of a live audience. I'm super excited. I'm so excited I literally cannot contain the excitement in my body right now.
Just rolling up before the concert, there's already a lot of people here, so you can tell it's going to be a good crowd. It's a beautiful sunny day. I think this is the first time our percussion group has played, so excited to hear them.
When things first started getting canceled and we were all staying at home, I thought, okay, I'm not going to be performing for a while, so maybe I'll take a break. I'll put the bass down for 2 weeks and do some other things, pursue other interests. And that lasted about 4 days. And then I was like, I got to pick the bass up again. That's what I do. And in the meantime, my wife and I are walking our dog every day, and neighbors are like, hey, when are you going to play your bass for us? It's so nice out, just set up on your front stoop. The first time I performed for anyone was for about 20 neighbors, and it was amazingly gratifying. I hadn't played for months, and we were all socially distancing. We couldn't hug our friends, we couldn't touch, we couldn't stay within 6 feet of each other, but somehow like those sound waves, they crossed that distance, and I think music was sort of the perfect way to communicate with people at this time, because it was like a way of reaching out and connecting across that distance.
Seeing the symphony like this has really been the silver lining to the pandemic for me. I didn't go to restaurants, I wasn't going to church, there were lots of other things I wasn't doing, but at least I could really enjoy the music. And it's just been a great pleasure.
I think the mobile music box is an incredible tool for getting us musicians in small groups out into the community, and also to the people. We get to interact with them face to face and talk with them about the music, about the symphony, and I think we make connections with people in our audiences in ways that we don't otherwise.
When the concert's over, somebody or multiple people come up and want to talk to us, and I love that.
Every concert I end up talking to people either before or after, either people who recognize me from the concert hall or people who haven't seen us at all before and just want to come up and say hello. And that interaction honestly is my favorite thing about performing for any audience, especially new audience. And it's just been great, and there are no barriers. They can just come right up and chat with us. We're not running off backstage or something when the concert's over. It's really, really friendly, and I love that.
It's cool. You don't normally get to hear from them maybe in like the full symphony. You're just in awe of their awesome. And it's just kind of cool here to just hear them talk, and they're just normal, goofy people, and that's just fun.
In a formal classical concert, the musicians never speak. And at the mobile music box, they chat about the music with you. They teach you about the music.
It was really almost going to a music history class, which was amazing. I think that was part of the biggest surprise for me, was just the education of it, and not like stuffy education. It was really light, fun, funny. It was really cool.
I think it's a great thing, yes. It's a great way for the symphony to stay connected.
Especially because now they get to bring music to a much wider community than they could ever before.
I know when I was growing up, I didn't go to the orchestra. I didn't know it existed even. And it wasn't until someone gave me free tickets to see the orchestra that I even thought that was a thing, or even knew that it was possible for me to even do that as a profession. If there was something like this, like the music box, where they were just around town every once in a while that we could see them, then who knows where I would have been when I was younger. But I know that being a part of this organization and their efforts to really provide that service to the community, I'm so happy to be a part of it.
Without any further ado, your Kansas City Symphony musicians.
I believe music is universal and it has its own universal language.
Music to me is, my way of communication.
I don't think I'd imagine my life any other way without music or percussion in my life.
It just makes me feel happy. I like it.
Classical music is
part of who we are as human beings. It's hardwired into our DNA.
Being a musician is not a job, it's part of the defining fabric of who you are.
It's just part of my life that I want to, I know will keep going forever.
It's something that we need to know nothing about, but that all of us can enjoy.
I was a pretty shy kid, but I always found that when I was playing music, it was just so much easier to express myself and express many different emotions, and it's almost cathartic in that way.
I think if we lived in a world where everyone had access to being able to learn how to play an instrument, that just gives people the opportunity and also just the access and the tools to be creative in their own way, in using their own sounds. And if they don't have the words to say what they want to say, they can use the instrument or the painting or anything, or the journaling. And in any creative process, we have those activities to just be ourselves and express ourselves as honestly as possible. Yeah, gotta love it.
I think one of the real strengths of the mobile music box is the ability to work, especially in the education realm. We are used to having kids come to Hellsberg Hall for our education programming, and this gives us a way to continue the really important music education and bring it straight to the schools, where the only barrier for them is just they have to come outside.
My students love visiting the symphony. It's a yearly thing for us that we take everyone from kindergarten to 5th grade downtown to visit the symphony. So during COVID, that has been a big absence in our students' lives. They really enjoy that.
Prior to March of 2020, the Symphony was really well known for our education programs that we presented in Hellsberg Hall. We would regularly reach over 30,000 to 40,000 students annually, bringing kids in all the way grades K through 12 really, and presenting programs that were age appropriate for those students, and really just introducing them to the orchestra, but in our own space.
We always try to get our 4th graders every year to the symphony, but to be able to bring some of the symphony to all of our students, it's such an amazing thing, and it inspires even my younger students. We have as young as pre-K here at this school, and so we've got 4- and 5-year-olds that are now getting to hear live music, possibly for the first time.
At each of our school performances, we're bringing a different ensemble. So it might be a brass quintet or a woodwind quintet or a string ensemble. And what we're trying to do is just introduce the kids to the instruments of the orchestra and allow them to make a connection between the things that they're learning in their music classroom and the things that they're seeing here on stage. And I love to really highlight the fact that our musicians, this is their full-time job, and that's something that even a lot of adults here in Kansas City don't always understand, is this is our musicians' full-time job. They get up in the mornings, they brush their teeth, they put on their clothes, and when they walk out their door to go to work, they have a violin or a clarinet on their back, and they make music for their job. And that's something I think the students find really intriguing.
I hope other kids have a chance to see this, because this is very entertaining. And just looking at the mobile music box, it's going to be something good.
I think the mobile music box is cool. I like it. They play at a different school every day.
While we would love to see as many faces as we can in the Kauffman Center, that may not be practical for everybody. And so what this music box does is it allows us to come to you and to bring our music to you, because ultimately that's what we want to do. We want to share our music. And if that's on stage in a world-class concert hall, or if it's on stage on a trailer in a community park, that's fulfilling our mission. There are a lot of orchestras who have tried something similar over the last year. I think it's a testament to not only the strength and the vision that our orchestra leadership had in creating it, but also I give Kansas City a lot of credit. Kansas City is a place that supports the arts. And not just supports the arts, but community is an important thing here in Kansas City. Kansas Cityans rally behind each other, and I think that one of the biggest reasons for the success of the Mobile Music Box and the ability for the symphony to continue to be making music throughout this pandemic is because of the community, and because the community knows that this is what they need, it knows that it's what we need, and I think that that's beautiful.
Kansas City is honestly the hidden gem of the Midwest.
Kansas City's a great place to live.
You go to other cities, not everybody is wearing the name of their city on their chest on a t-shirt. You cannot walk around Kansas City without some sort of a shirt that has a Charlie Hustle heart on it or something that says Kansas City. Most cities don't have that. You don't go to St. Louis and there's a bunch of St. Louis. You might see some blues jerseys. So the city pride is there. The excitement for something creative is there. And that's really, I think, the best part of the city is they really want it to be the most creative city around.
Aside from being a very attractive city, I live on the plaza, so I'm very close to the Nelson Art Gallery, UMKC. It's a very friendly town, very cosmopolitan. People are very open-minded, I think.
If you're ever sitting around and you think there's nothing to do, you're always wrong. Every night of the week there's live music. We've got professional sports. We have these beautiful parks all over town. Any kind of art, culture, just kind of all the things that you think about that you would want out of a big city. I think we got it.
We have this really incredible pool of talent here at the Kansas City Symphony. And we have this opportunity now with this contraption, that is the mobile music box, to bring this talent into every community. And it's just such a wonder to see and to hear. And so I invite everyone to be a part of this.
The commitment that the members of the orchestra, that the entire organization has to one another and to the community in which we live. That makes the culture of the Kansas City Symphony unique.
This is one of the most social orchestras around. We all hang out with each other outside of work. You know, we all know each other's kids. Really, really amazing bunch of human beings. And, you know, we're all here for each other.
We just are really committed to being the best organization we can. And we're really committed to serving the community as best we can.
I can't thank the Kansas City Symphony enough for allowing your group to come here to play for our students. It's just been awesome.
I hope it keeps going and keeps exposing everyone to the awesome fine arts we have in Kansas City.
I love the mobile music box. I definitely hope that it can be integrated into our normal schedule so we can continue to broaden our audience, see more of the city, and introduce more people and younger people to what we're doing at Hellsberg Hall.
I think that this type of music is just really underappreciated in our culture right now, to be completely honest. And I just love that people who maybe wouldn't go out to a symphony are able to hear that. So I hope this just keeps going on. So many benefits to going out into the public and letting everybody hear the music.
I think the mobile music box is here to stay. Too many people have grown accustomed to it. They've scheduled it into their life, so there's no going back, I don't think.
What we learned, we're not going to forget. What we accomplished together, we can build on for the future, even if we come back to some of the things that we did before.
I think the mobile music box is going to be such a fixture of the Kansas City community, as common as Joe's Barbecue, as common as going to the Royals or going to Arrowhead Stadium. Something is definitely happening here, and we are a part of it.